Near the coast of what is now Peru, around 12 million years ago, a massive sperm whale measuring nearly 40 feet in length was suddenly struck with tremendous force from the side. Not by a shark, by another whale. Teeth as long as a man's forearm punched through blubber, through ribs, through lung. The water bloomed red, and the creature responsible was already turning for the next bite. This is Livyatan. In 2008, a Dutch researcher named Klaas Post was hiking through the Pisco Desert of southern Peru when he spotted something weathering out of the sediment. Not a shark tooth, something else. The team that followed, led by Olivier Lambert and Peruvian paleontologist Mario Urbina, pulled a skull nearly 3 meters long out of that desert floor. Inside it, the answer to a question paleontologists had circled for decades. What happens when a sperm whale stops sucking up squid and starts biting things its own size? You stop calling it a sperm whale, you start calling it a predator. Livyatan's jaws were not built to grab, they were built to occlude, top and bottom interlocking like a steel trap on a tuna. To put it in scale, 36 centimeters long, 14 inches, larger than the front teeth of a Tyrannosaurus rex, larger than any functional tooth in the entire fossil record. Now picture them set into both jaws, top and bottom, driven by skull muscle attachments that suggest a bite force exceeding any shark, any crocodile, any predator alive on Earth today. If you were standing on a Miocene shore and saw this animal's wake cutting through the surf, you would not have time to process what you were looking at. To understand where these teeth came from, rewind to the early Miocene, 20 million years ago. The ancestors of sperm whales were already large, already deep divers, but their teeth were smaller, simpler, built for catching squid in lightless water. Then, the food web of the open ocean shifted. Baleen whales were diversifying. They were getting bigger. They were getting slower. To a deep-diving toothed whale with the wrong skull, that meant nothing. To a deep-diving toothed whale with the right one, it meant a buffet that had never existed before. Over millions of generations, jaws thickened, teeth lengthened, roots deepened. The skull rearranged itself around a single, brutal solution. But one change in Livyatan's anatomy, before or since, no other whale has matched. That change was in the upper jaw. Modern sperm whales have functional teeth only on the lower mandible, the upper jaw toothless. Livyatan's upper jaw was lined with the same monstrous teeth as the lower. A great white shark's largest tooth measures around 7 centimeters. Megalodon, the largest shark to ever live, swimming the same Miocene seas, had teeth around 18 centimeters. Livyatan's were twice that. And unlike a shark, which loses and regrows teeth on a conveyor belt, every one of Livyatan's was rooted, anchored, permanent. This was not a shark's bite. This was a leopard's bite, scaled to the size of a fishing ship. But here is the thing about evolutionary specialization. Every gain has a tax. To grow teeth that long, the lineage paid in echolocation. Modern sperm whales hunt with sound. Their massive forehead is essentially a biological sonar array tuned to the ink-black depths. Livyatan's skull suggests its echolocation was simpler, shallower tuned. It was a surface predator, a coastal predator, a predator that hunted by sight in shallow water. Brilliant when there were big, slow, fat baleen whales sunning themselves at the surface. Catastrophic when those baleen whales started disappearing. So here is what a hunt looked like, as best the Pisco Formation can tell us. A pod of mid-sized baleen whales, 20-25 feet long, moving slowly through the warm, upwelling waters off the South American coast. Below them, a 45-foot dark shape rises. There is no warning. The strike comes from beneath and behind, the way killer whales still take seals today. The first bite is into the body wall, ribs collapsing under those interlocking teeth. The second is the throat. The water clouds, the pod scatters, and then the carcass spends the next hours feeding every shark within 20 miles, including almost certainly Megalodon itself. And then it ends. Around 7 million years ago, Livyatan disappears from the fossil record. The standard story is climate cooling, prey collapse, the Miocene crisis that took Megalodon. But the truth is that we have just a single skull, only one. Everything we know comes from one specimen pulled from a Peruvian desert and a few scattered teeth. We do not know how many species there were. We do not know how long they lasted. We do not know what killed the last one. But Livyatan is not the only monster the Miocene seas hid from us. What other apex predators are still buried in coastal cliffs, waiting for someone to walk past? In this channel, we uncover 2 every week. It took down the largest animals on Earth. It vanished without leaving us a body. And somewhere in a desert, the rest may still be waiting.